Hey there, YouTube. Your host, Second Bullet. And I'm here today to talk about a new game mode. Long awaited. Death Tides. Death Tides, Death Tides. Did not disappoint. I'll be honest with you. Yes, the first day was havoc. You barely log in, and once I logged in, I've had a series of glitches, and if you're curious, I've posted all the glitches on my page. So if you ever want to, you get curious and see what's going on and wondering what the hell's going on in this game, and you're not alone. There's a lot of bugs and glitches still going about here. Every time they have an update, there's major bugs. But surprisingly, it only lasted that single day. Second day, everything went smooth. And I got a wake-up call. Every single PvP build that I've built for an entire year is completely useless in this game mode called Death Tides. And, well, I wouldn't say an entire year. I had these builds since the game release, but I've adjusted them. But I ascended all of these builds, and they don't work in Death Tides, and I'll tell you why. Well, let me just cut to the chase. The main reason why is because any build that I had sustain on, whether it was a tank build, a healer build, ramming build, I chose to go the route. Let me see if I can show you. The route of reducing the time on the repair kits instead of the soul mending. Let me see if I can just brain on it. All right, see, this is one right here. Restore readiness, repair readiness. These are useless. These two perks right here are completely useless in Death Tides. Mainly, well, I built these. First of all, I built all these builds before the maintenance notes came out stating that Death Tides was only going to allow you to have one repair kit. I had no idea that it was going to take all your equipment and items away from you. So I didn't know that was going to happen. So I didn't realize how much my gameplay and how I play is set behind, just using items. So all of these are useless. And instead of re-rolling them to, these are high rolls. High roller right here. Instead of re-rolling these, I had to pretty much just rebuild several of my ships just for Death Tides, But I'm not really complaining. I love Death Tides. I love the game mode. And, here's some tips and tricks so you don't make the same mistakes that I've made. So if you are building a ship for Death Tides, please do not put these perks on it. They're useless. Repair readiness, restore readiness. It's not, you only get one health kit and you don't even get a restoration kit. You don't. So these are useless perks. But there's hope. There is hope. And here's my hope in the form of my first battle junk build. Jody. Jody is a beast. All right, it's a basic battle junk. Let's see what we got here. Provoke. Damage dealt within 200-meter range applies taunt charges. Applying taunt with this ship makes target vulnerable for 50%. Increased weak spot damage from all sources. Increases brace strength by 150% and brace strength recovery by 25%. Endure. Receives 2% less damage per attack each time incoming damage is braced. This effect can stack up to 20% and expires if no damage has been braced for the last 12 seconds. Inflicts taunt charges to hostile targets within 125 meters while bracing against hits. All right, so I have been a taunting, tanking beast with this damn tank, right? I've never really used taunt. I never used a battle junk. This is my first battle junk build. But for Death Tides, this is exactly what you need. Well, what I needed. So I'm gonna go through some tips. See if any of this is useful. Go ahead and leave me a comment below. But yeah, I'm loving this strategy. Even with the Garudas, the overpopulated Garuda community stands no chance. That's a lie. My battle junk can still get wasted. But I can hold my own decently. Surprisingly. With nothing but, you see this? This is nothing but defense furniture. All right, so let's look at the furniture. Because the furniture makes the build. I'm starting, because of the Ascension weapons, I'm starting to focus more on offense. Well, it depends on the build. It depends on what the purpose is of the ship. This is a strictly tank build. I'm not out there to try to do any damage. I'm not out there to try to get any kills. I am out there just to sustain, distract, and taunt. So my whole goal is to find the nearest crowd of Garudas, slam into them, and survive long enough so my team can start picking them off one by one. That is my main goal. Let's see what else we got here. So everything is to complement the taunt perk, right? Phoenix Crest. That's the Phoenix Crest. Taunts enemies while regaining brace strength. Favored by trickster captains who relish riling up their enemies. Hell yeah. That's Jody for you. If you know what Jody stands for in the sense of, you know, veterans, let me know. Let me know if there's a fellow veteran watching this. Reval. Every hit receives while bracing will build up the taunt status effect on an enemy, on an attacking enemy. So basically, it's the perfect strategy for just slamming into the enemy and just getting as much aggro as possible. All right. Hello. Increase brace strength recovery by 100% for each enemy with the taunt status effect that is actively targeting your ship. Up to a maximum of 10 enemy ships. I don't know how that works in PvP. I guess they can say they're targeting you if they're attacking you, but hopefully this is working properly. It feels like it's working properly to me because I don't know how sometimes I'm able to survive with multiple Garudas shooting at me, you know, even without the backup of a healing ship. Furniture, let's see. One thing I learned about Death Tides, other than the one repair kit, when it comes to tanking, because everybody's using the peak, I forgot what Lepes long guns are called, but Lepes long guns, and it's just drains your stamina. They're still pretty much broken, right? And I got a solution to maybe balance it, and it's simple. I'm not looking at it right now, but I think that one thing about the gun is that the long gun, the Lepes long gun, is that it does 20% direct damage. So it doesn't matter if you're bracing, it doesn't matter if your stamina is up, it doesn't matter your armor. So it just bypasses basically 3 out of the 4 defensive mechanisms you have in this game. It just hits you directly while draining your stamina. So you can't even brace, even if you had the brace strength. So, but anyway, stamina recovery and stamina depletion is everything when it comes to tanking in this game mode, because everybody's gonna have that fucking Lepes gun and that toxic, and it's gonna drain the hell out of you. So water tank, for this tank build, I chose water tank over something like iron capstan. All right, so water tank, company strings. This surprised me. I've never really used this, you know, when it says area effect damage from enemy ships by 15%, reduce income burning charge by 7%, increase max hull health by 3%, right? Off the bat, I didn't think it was that good. It's like, okay, bombards and mortars. Okay, now I get less damage when I get hit by those. But now that I'm thinking about it, that means that all bombardments and mortars do 50% less damage. And I get 3% hull health. Also, the reduced burning charges is good. Burning can basically melt your brace strength. So this is great for any tank. So to me, that's the equivalent of I'll just call it Anchor Baby. I don't know where's that. I just seen it. Whatever. Of that one furniture, the iron cap. So that's straight up 50% reduction in damage. So that's pretty damn good, especially in these gaggle fucks that you're gonna be having in this damn mode. All right. Dynamic ballast control. Balastis. I'm probably saying that wrong. Control. Okay, whatever. Reduces income secondary damage for every 100 meters to attacker, capped at 40% at 600 meters. So these Garudas with their long range, right? They're shooting you from across the map. They're shooting you before you can get to them. This is what this is for. This is for me to close the distance, get as close as possible, and as soon as I get my taunt off, I'm in business, right? Reduces income piercing charge from enemy ships by 8%. This is also a must, right? Piercing. It does 5,000, well, once you get puncture, 5,000 damage, plus it reduces your armor by 500. You know, so anything that can reduce that from happening is a plus. Increase armor rating of equipment by 3%. Also, more tank stuff. Nothing but tanky. This right here, decoy deck. Never used this. This is perfect for this game mode. For every target that has received the taunt status effect by your ship, increase incoming repair amount by 5%, up to a maximum of 20%. Heals all day, baby. Just for doing my job. Increase the charge rate of the taunt status effect on enemy ships by 7%. That's another plus. Increase threat generation by 7%. Doesn't matter in this mode. But the first 2 perks, phenomenal for this game mode. Brace gunwales. You all know what this is. Reduce income and secondary damage by 50% while anchored. Increases deceleration by 75% while dropping anchor. Self-explanatory. Beast. Beam supports. Additional wooden beams. I'm not reading that. Okay. Increase maximum hull health by 7%. Increase armor rating of equipped armor by 7%. Self-explanatory. Tank. Tanky. Tank. All right. I went over the armor. Now let's go over the weapons. All right. So this is not for damage. This is just for everything I put in this ship is for sustain, is for tanking. So I could have made it a lot stronger, but that wasn't the goal. Okay, you know, your basic stuff. The provoke, explosive, the hungy pow. Sparks really didn't matter. I wasn't even looking at bloodlust. All right, destroying a target restores 30% crew stamina to this ship. Extremely necessary. I don't even think you have to destroy them. I just think that you have to, like, if you get an assistant, you'll still get the crew stamina. So I'm telling you, when you're getting hit by these pests, toxics, this is extremely necessary. Without stamina, you can't brace. But if you can't brace, you're not a tank. So you need stamina. Everything is around stamina, gaining stamina or brace strength, replenishing brace strength. Brute hit has a 4% chance of restoring 320 brace strength to this ship. War, you know, self-explanatory. Taunt, taunt, taunt. Getting that taunt as soon as possible helps with your sustain because you're reducing your attack by 50%. Say, okay, this is a different one. This is for starboard. All right, energize. Incendiary has 10% of damage as burning damage. Really don't matter. Hits have 4% chance. Energize hits have 4% chance to restore 6.1% of crew stamina to this ship. And once again, energize 4%, 6.3%. I am getting my stamina back with every attack, and I'm going to be smack dab in the middle of the enemy. All right, this is on the stern. Dire explosive, self-explanatory, doesn't really matter here. War, same thing. Secondary storm, or electrical damage. I'm not really concerned about damage, but hey, it helps. It's better than nothing. All right, and here's the saving grace, little grace. Level 3. Fix increased repair amount by 137 per shot. Is great for this because it takes, I think, every second. Every second, it's giving me health. So that's way better than just increasing this by 10%. The repair for 10%. So it'd be 90 if I got like the repair modification. I mean the other modification that does percentage instead of a flat rate. So for this, usually the weapons that hit rapidly, flat rate is better. The more projectiles you're throwing, the flat rate is going to be better than the percentage. All right. Invigorate. 0.55% of repair amounts also restores crew stamina. That's where it's at. I am getting my stamina back. You cannot take it from me. These Garudas, they don't know what to do with me. A preemptive defense, beast. It's also grant 50% extra armor. Not 50%, 50 extra armor on the target for 10 seconds. Effect can be stacked up 5 times. Also increase repair amount by 5%. Beast of a perk. Beast of a perk. That defense goes a long way. A long way. Even if you lost stamina, even if you can't brace, that defense is where it's at. Here's another one. Death Tides. Ooh, ultimates. Bastion. When active, Massively reduce the damage taken from all sources for 15 seconds. Also, this is the perfect tank buff. I mean, tank perk. But I could have sworn that it healed my allies. I'm not sure. I only used it once. I didn't even know what it was for when I first used it. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. What's this one? Combat Fury. Massive violation when active for coverage. Nearby allies. See, that's what I thought I had, but this is fine, Bastion. This is fine for now. Alright. Okay. That's me showing off my battle junk, my Jody. Jody's a beast. Alright, now what else can I say? So yeah, don't use any type of repair readiness perks, or you don't have items in this game mode. So they become useless very quickly, and you can tell you're not hitting as hard as the regular ships, the standard ships that they offer, just because you have those perks on your weapons. So there's a couple of ships I have to remake. Jody is my main one now. I'm loving it. Second in command would be Nurse Joy. Got me my top rank. I had to readjust her too. Repair bombardments over everything. So I had to rework this, and I didn't even reinforce, puncture, whatever. This is all about crew stamina. If you're going to be a healer and you're going to make your own healing build instead of using the one that they get, please put invigorate on all your healing weapons, because this is my strategy. I'm going over some strategies, some tips and tricks, because I see everybody just doing the same thing. Everybody's picking a Garuda, and they pick a corner, and they camp and they shoot. Right? Some are better than others, but that's basically the strategy of most people that I've played against in this game mode. And I'm gonna tell you how I deal with these campers. To each their own, but it is what it is. You're a camper. The Garuda is basically a overpowered sniper rifle, and you're camping and shooting. It's fine. I get it. You have low health and low maneuverability, so that's pretty much that's all you need to do until Jody comes and crash your party, son. But yeah, the purpose of this ship was to, at first it was built around the Little Grace. Little Grace would give all of my comrades defense, and the bombardments would. I used to have the last perk, the attack buff, whatever it's called. Let's see, right here. These are the ones that used to be on there. Yeah, empowered. So the goal was to keep everybody in a specific area defended, and those who wanted to leave the area, I would heal them and keep them empowered. And it worked out well. Like first time I got ranked number 1 was with this ship. I don't have any really DPS, so like all my DPS I have to rework. So I've just been kind of doing support roles now. But yes, sir. I don't have ultimate. Well, for some reason, even without me equipping the ultimate to this, when I play with this, I automatically get this perk right here. Impender Ballista, equipped at frontal weapon, which fires charge shot that inflicts damage to weak points and tears the sails of a ship to immobilize them. This is a beast of a perk for a ballista. Each shot, if I shoot you in the shells, you will be your sails will be torn immediately. If I shoot you in your hull, you're gonna get pierced, like I mean punctured immediately. So I have killed plenty of ships with this, and it works out so well because how I got this ship build, and this is important too. Like I see everybody wants to be, you know, symmetrical. I used to be the same, but I keep all the healing bombardments on one side. Now there's pros and cons to that, obviously, but at the same time, it allows me to just constantly heal whoever's on my right side. And then I turn my back to, and I run away from, while I'm running away, they get the taunts. Taunt. Bombards. The Hung Yi Pals. In the face. Alright. What else we got here? I'm currently working on my blue barnacle. So blue barnacle. I had to rework that. This was supposed to be my severe damage. Getting to that. Severe damage is useless in this game mode for two reasons. One, it's rapid deployment. People die all the time really quickly. Secondly, you don't know what other people are healing with, right? If other people have the healing perk that heals severe damage, right, you're not going to outpace them when it comes to the severe damage you're doing and how much severe damage they can heal. You'll end up killing them before they even experience any of that severe damage. And then it's done. You know, they revive and now there's no severe damage. So any severe damage perks, take those off your weapons. Also, vulnerability. I had a whole raider build right here. My original ship, the second bullet. And it's useless. It is useless in this game mode. There is nothing like I have killed ships with this in Death Tides before I can even get them to the vulnerable state. And in the regular game mode, tier 2, I get the vulnerability like easily with this. It's like, you know, as soon as I slam into you, I'm hitting you with the flames, and you know, it just hurt, you know. But it's useless in Death Tides. You will 9 times out of 10 either kill your opponent or, you know, or die before they get the vulnerable status. So this is kind of useless. So what is it called exactly? Nope. The Raider perk, useless in Death Tides. Don't do it. Stay away from Raider, stay away from severe damage, stay away from the lowering the cooldowns of items and stuff like that. Yeah. So if you're DPS, I say go full DPS. If you're tank, build around gaining stamina. If you're a healer, still stamina. I would still like obviously heals, but also if you're healing a tank, that tank is going to need stamina, right? In order for that tank to tank and you to be a good healer, you need to replenish that tank stamina, and you'll have an easier time. So right now, I only have really 3 real functional ships. I got Jody, I got the Blue Barnacle, and I got the Nurse Joy. All right, so enough talk. Maybe I can join a game and go over some tips, because what I see is it's pretty much just a gaggle fuck. People, they're playing how, you know, you play the main game. You just either you park somewhere and you shoot from a distance, or you just smash into everything and hopefully you come out good at the other end. I think this, with the release of the Honorless and all that, the super strong Apak, that's his name, Apak. This is a skill check, right? Yeah, you can fight them the way you fight everything else. You can pick a Garuda, you can park, you know, 1,000 meters away and just snipe his ass. But if you get it close and personal and you time his mortar, you start adjusting your speed, you learn how to sail. This will take you to the next level in this game. This is a great practice dummy to prepare you for Death Tides. And I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why is that what comes into play in Death Tides that you don't have to do in other games is other game modes. It's all about positioning. Positioning. I've seen it so many times. I don't know why people do it. They'll take a small ship and they'll go right in the middle of the map or the area, and they'll just get blown up. Right? And it's like, come on, you got barriers here, you got cover here. Your tank is very necessary in any of these game modes. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody's picking Garudas, but your tank is extremely necessary. And the reason being, your tank is supposed to be your movable cover. So if you're in a glass cannon, a Garuda, all DPS, you got to use your cover. Also, to the long guns, right? Because everybody's using Garudas and long guns. The long gun's only weakness that it has right now is that it can't pierce through multiple ships. So the terrain, use the terrain and positioning to your advantage. So if there's multiple ships out there, yeah, you got a Garuda that can two-tap one ship. But guess what? After he two-taps that ship's still going to be sinking. And there's probably going to be more ships in front of him. The more ships you got between you and that Garuda is better for you if you don't have a Garuda. And there's also weapons that you can pierce to all these ships. And eventually I'll get to those builds I'm thinking about. But in due time.
Ha! My wits and your gun. A match made.
Let's see if I got them all selected. Oh yeah, for some reason I'm unable to where is it? I'm unable to select my cutter for some reason. Like I can select it, but during the game mode when I highlight it, it doesn't. I'm not able to play with it. It'll just go to either the last ship that I played with or the marksman. It'll just select the marksman for me. Weird shit. All right. So tips and tricks. First tip is positionings. Always be wary of your position. Have exit plans. Use cover. Right. Even with tanks, choose to expose yourself wisely. Right. Mainly if you have a healer behind you, that's your best bet. You know, like I've seen plenty of healers and tanks as well that just want to do DPS shit. They just go out in the middle and start shooting people. And like it kills me to see tanks just get wiped out and they not brace once. It's like you had one job, bro. That was pretty quick. Oh, it's this one too. So like this is usually like all DPS. But I can get into that. I can get into that cave pretty easily. But yeah, positioning, and even if you playing with a whole bunch of randoms, you can still work around them and pick off people who are distracted. That's also a good strategy. The Garudas, they're everywhere. Mainly, if you see your tank being attack who's attacking the tank. If they're attacking, that means they can't brace. They can't brace, that means they're vulnerable. And if you and the tank are attacking, you can take out that Garuda. Let's see where these guys go. I need to get close to personal with this. The more people hitting me, the better. Also, stay behind your tank. The tank is useless if you're ahead of it. Like these guys, just running straight in there. Stuck. That's one. That's pretty good. Another tip. Even though poor guy, he's by himself. Oh no, he's not AFK, he's there. There's healing items. Like this guy should have went in that cave. There's a healing item right there. So you don't have to just go out there and die. Still, it's not. Goal is not to kill, it's to distract. See, he's already taunted. Only hit him twice, but he hit me. So, he ain't doing no damage. Homie's coming on him. Oh man, that's gay as hell. Homie's riding up on him. Oh, that's even worse. Nah. Alright, I'll stop. Chasing this fool down, which is probably a distraction. So their healer's away. See if I can actually do some damage with this. Good. This is kind of too easy. But yeah, so I guess since this is a pretty easy game, let me show you some of the perks lying around. You got the wind perk. Oh no, he killed somebody. Increases cell speed. Oh my god, that was crazy. your shots. Pick your shot. Oh, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just focused on this dude. He's so damn slow. Oh, he's done.
You make it look easy.
Alright, I'll heal. I'll get might as well. Bash it, bash it. What else I get over? What else am I missing? Got him. Was that me? Okay, so you had the increased cell speed. Protect you, dude. What you doing, son? Okay, here's the repair. All regeneration. Thing with that, I thought that it would heal your hull immediately. It regenerates it slowly. So if you're in a pinch, don't wait until you almost about to die to pick that up. It's not that reliable. You're gonna need time for it to work. Letting him hit me so I can proc that taunt. Good rest. He's stuck. Your taunt, son. You can't hurt me. Get that weak spot. Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you just healed. Too bad. Weak spot. I do hate that, this damn thing. It's not happening, dude. It's over. Goodbye.
You sail towards victory!
Don't play anchor with me, son. I'm the tank. I'm gonna try to hit this sand bug in the back. I missed a sweet spot. How is he still invincible? Oh, I got! Finally. That's it. Easy money. Easy money. But that was a bad example. This is a small map, not that many enemies. But you get the gist. No way. No way. I'm probably last. Yeah, pretty much. Only got 3 kills, 1 death, 10 assists. That's what it's about. Step aside. You're a tank. Do tank stuff. It's all about the brace. It's not about the racing to get kills and, you know. Oh, okay. So the long gun's main weakness is that it can't pierce through multiple ships, and it can't pierce through cover or terrain. So your best bet is to close the distance with a Garuda after it's destroyed somebody, or if you have a tank in front of you, right? Or if you can blindside them. Either or, you know. So strategy. Take advantage of your terrain. Take advantage of the perks, right? You got. I just now note, not just now, but today I noticed that there was actually healing items on the map. So, you know, be wary of all that. You won't have to just go out there and just slam into the enemy and die. Unless you're a tank, but you're not supposed to die. But at the same time, the reason I'm playing this way with this specific tank is because the closer I am to them, the quicker I can taunt them. Quicker I can taunt them, the better it is for my entire team. You know, the more they hit me, the more they get taunted. Also, the more brace strength I get. Right, as long as they don't have the Lepes long guns, I'm pretty much doing good. They have the Lepes long guns. I got to be extremely active just so I can continue regaining my stamina. So between the buoys and all my, like, I'll start attacking rapidly just so I can get that stamina buff, you know, because you need that stamina brace. But yeah, I guess that's all I got. This is pretty damn long. Let me see. Is it still recording? No way. Yeah, okay. Um, but yeah, positioning over everything. And that's all I got for you. Second bullet out.